Hello gamers, it's Tom Sidener, the Lonely Gamer, and today we're going to take a look at another one of the Ashes expansions, one of the deluxe expansions that came out, and the one we're going to look at is Ashes Laws of the Lions. This game has got the absolutely beautiful artwork of Fernando Suarez. She does an absolute beautiful job. In fact, she's done all the artwork for all of the Ashes core set and expansions and everything that's come out. I will put a link in the show notes to her webpage where you can see all of her artwork. She has some absolutely beautiful artwork there. But let's go ahead and take a look at this expansion and see what comes in it. So first of all, the expansion comes in this outer box, but inside you've got a really nice deck box that comes with it. Now this deck box is the white one. If you watch my other video of the other expansion that came out, it is a black one. They're really beautiful. They've got the logo for the Ashes on there, and then they just got a little splash of color in there just to kind of make them pop, but they look really nice. Inside, they've got a really nice storage area to store the dice. These are the dice that come with this set. They've got a place for tokens and everything, and then they've got a place for your main deck and your Conjurations. This is really nice. You can take this, you can put your favorite deck in here, you can take it to a friend's house, and when you get there, you're ready to play. So this set comes with some new dice, and these are the dice that it comes with and the different faces that it contains. So on these dice, we have 3 angel sides, which are the mid-tier dice in the game. We've got 2 common sides, which are the low-tier dice in the games, and then we've got 1 lion side, which is the top tier for this expansion. And so these are what the dice look like, and this is how many faces there are on them. You actually get 10 dice in here. I just took a few out to show you the different faces that are on there. So let's take a look at the cards that come in this expansion. First, let's look at the Conjurations that come in this expansion. You get 4 copies of the Winged Lioness. The Winged Lioness has attack 2, life 2, and recover 1. She also has the special ability Stalk. This unit cannot be guarded against, so that's kind of nice. So if you're hitting the Phoenixborn, you're hitting the Phoenixborn, which is pretty nice. Or if you're hitting another creature, you're also hitting that creature. Also in this expansion, you have 3 copies of the Emperor Lion. The Emperor Lion has attack 3, life 3, recovery 0. It has spite 1. When this unit deals damage to a Phoenixborn by attacking, you may deal 1 additional damage to that Phoenixborn. So it's nice if you attack units, then you're only doing 3 damage, but if you're attacking the Phoenixborn base-wise, you're doing 4 damage, but if you can pump these up, then it's even more. It also has an all-time ability, which is even active when it's exhausted, and that's a Healing Aura 1, and the recovery value of all other units you control is increased by 1. So that's pretty nice. If you've got a lot of units that don't have any recovery, then this one can actually pump them up to 1 recovery, which is pretty nice. So let's take a look at the Phoenixborn for this set. The Phoenixborn for this set is Odette Diamond Crest. She has a battlefield of 5, she has a spell board of 4, and she has a life of 17. Her special ability is Retribution, and it says after this Phoenixborn receives damage while guarding, place 2 wound tokens on a target attacking unit. And this does not require her to exhaust, so that's kind of nice. She can do that every turn, so that's pretty impressive. Her dice sheet is the Divine Magic dice sheet. It has the lion for the top tier, the angel for the mid tier, and the standard common symbol for the common tier. It has a side action which requires 1 lion dice, and it says place the dice used to cast this ability on a target unit. When the unit this dice has been placed on would receive damage, you may place this die in your exhausted pool to prevent up to 2 damage to that unit. If this dice is still on a unit at the beginning of your next turn, place it in your exhausted pool. So this actually can be used to protect some of your units. That's pretty nice. Alright, so let's take a look at the summoning spells for this expansion. First of all, we have the summoning spell for the Emperor Lion. In order to play this to your spell board, you have to pay 1 full action. Once it's in your spell board, you can conjure it with a full action and exhaustion, 2 mid-tier dice, and 1 common dice. And it says place an Emperor Lion Conjuration onto your battlefield. The other summoning spell that we have in this set is Summon Wing Lioness. It costs a full action to place it on your spell board. Then once it's there, you can conjure it with 1 full action, 1 exhaustion, 1 mid-tier dice, and 1 common dice. And it says place a Winged Lioness conjuration onto your battlefield. So those are the 2 conjurations for this set. Other spell board cards that you get for this set are Law of Sight. This costs you a side action, a mid-tier dice, and a common dice to place it on your spell board. Once it's on your spell board, it says when this spell comes into play, you may draw up to 2 cards. No player may play reaction spells against it. It also has an all-time effect, which is called Bound. It says this card cannot be discarded from your spell board when you meditate. It also has an all-time effect called Fleeting that says discard this card at the end of this round. So this card does not stay out long. Also, you get another spellboard card called the Law of Assurance. It costs a full action, a mid-tier dice, and a common dice to play. It has the text, when this spell comes into play, you may select 2 dice in your exhausted pool and place them into your active pool on a side of your choice. Players' active dice pools cannot be affected by spells, abilities, or dice powers used by their opponents. So this actually protects your dice pool. And then also it has the Bound special ability, which is an all-time special ability, even when exhausted. It says this card cannot be discarded from your spell board when you meditate. And it also has Fleeting, which says discard this card at the end of this round. The action spells for this set include Sword of Virtue. This card goes to your discard once played. It costs a full action and 2 common dice to play it. And it says destroy a target unit or remove all wound tokens and exhaustion tokens from a target unit. That's a pretty good card. This card is a card that can only be played with this Phoenixborn. Anytime you see this symbol down in the corner, that means that only that Phoenixborn can play this card. We also have Heal. This card also goes to your discard pile once played. It costs a side action and 1 mid-tier dice. And it says remove all wound tokens from a target unit or 2 wound tokens from a target Phoenixborn. And then last but not least, we have Meteor. It also goes to your discard pile when played. It costs a full action and 2 top-tier dice to play. It says deal 2 damage to all units. For each unit, place 1 exhaustion token on that unit unless its controlling player spends 1 common dice. So this thing actually is like a board wipe, and it also causes exhaustion if the other player doesn't use up some of their dice. So that's kind of nice. There is one alteration spell in this set, and that is Power Through. That actually gets attached to a unit. It costs 1 side action to play, plus 1 mid-tier dice and 1 common dice. And it says this unit now has the following ability, Overkill 2. When this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, deal 2 damage to that opponent's Phoenixborn. So it's kind of like a pass-through damage, which is really nice. It also has an all-time ability called Respark 1, which you can actually discard a card and bring this card back from your discard pile. It also adds Attack +1 to the unit that it's attached to. So there are 2 allies in this set. The first ally is the Shield Mage. It gets played to the battlefield. When played, it costs 1 full action and 1 top-tier dice to play it. It has an attack of 0, a life of 2, and a recovery of 2. It has the special ability Exert, which is a side action, which lets you place 1 exhaustion token on her or on this unit. It has the all-time effect, non-exhaustible, that's protective RL1. While this unit has 1 or more exhaustion tokens on it, the life value of all other units you control is increased by 1. So this one lets you make a shield and protect your other units. The other ally in this set is the Holy Knight. It gets played to the battlefield when played. It costs 1 full action, 1 top-tier dice, 2 mid-tier dice, and 1 common dice to play. It has an attack of 5, a life of 3, and a recovery of 2. It has the special ability Impenetrable. This unit cannot be affected by spells, abilities, or dice powers used by an opponent. So this one's protected from your opponent's spells and stuff, and also does a pretty nasty attack. Well, that's it. That's the cards that come in this expansion, the Laws of the Lions. It's the deluxe expansion with the nice case. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys are ever in the area and want to play some Ashes, look me up because I'm always willing to play. Otherwise, until I see you again, happy gaming.